So can we talk about Ayesha Curry,
Yes.
Steph Curry's wife?
I love
Because
that.
she was trending. And speaking of podcasts, she went on the, what is it, Call Me Daddy? What's that girl's name?
Oh my God, I forgot.
Yeah, she went on that podcast and she spoke about Steph Curry. And she mentioned that she never wanted to have kids and she
Right.
never wanted to be married. She wasn't one of those girls who thought about, oh, I got to have this life. I want to be married. I want to have all these kids.
Right.
And this is what I dreamed about. That was never her.
Right.
And she went on to say, to basically sum it up, that Steph doesn't understand her. So she gets a lot of slack on the internet because folks compare her to Will Smith's situation with Jada.
Right.
So a lot of people have issues with Jada because they feel that Jada always demasculate, is that a word?
think so.
Strips Will of his manhood in the public's eye. Always downgrading him, always
emasculate.
emasculate him in the public's eye.
Right.
And that's kind of what folks feel about Ayesha, is that she's always putting Steph down in the public's eye.
But that's my question.
And
How is that putting him down?
And I guess they're looking at, here's how great this man is.
Right.
He's got all these accolades. He's never been in a scandal. He's all of these things. And every time you sit on a podcast or go viral is about what you don't like about him. You know what I mean? What you don't like about him, what's wrong with your marriage. But I say that to say, well, maybe that's the only clip that they push.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of women who never wanted to get married and who never wanted to have kids and who just wanted a career. And things happened. And life changes. But listen, I would rather
What?
give up. I would rather sacrifice
Would you
that
sacrifice
if I'm
all
with
of that
Steph
if you're with
Curry.
Steph Curry?
Absolutely.
let me tell you how
Let's keep it a buck.
No, let me tell you how I looked at that. I looked at it a little differently because you guys know who I am. I look at things differently. So, and I'm a huge Steph Curry fan. I love Steph Curry.
Okay.
But when I saw that interview and heard what she had to say, I felt like she had the ambition of a go-getter, right? I felt like for her to have the guts to say that, being Steph Curry's wife, to say, listen, this is honestly how I feel. She didn't say she doesn't love being a mother, love being Steph Curry's wife. She probably has a great life, right? But she wants to do other things. And there are things that she hasn't been able to do. I saw that as, and I thought about it like, oh, no wonder why Steph fell in love with her, right? Because he is that type of person. He's ambitious. He's a go-getter. He's, you know, look at everything that he's accomplished. So I felt like the attraction of what he went after when he met his wife, and I don't know their story from, you know,
College,
when they, you know, when they met and fell in love, but it had to be a similar quality to what she's displaying right now, because she's not gonna just settle. And this is what I thought about, because I looked at it and like, well, maybe I should call Ayesha Curry and get some projects going with her, because she wants to do more.
So
And
essentially
so
what you're saying
respected that.
So essentially what you're saying is she is craving for an identity outside of being just the his Curry brand.
And what's wrong with that? Like, and that's what and again, right, I looked at that like that must be part of the attraction that he had to his wife. Because think about if you're Steph Curry, good-looking guy coming up, I'm sure he had some options, right? But he had to meet his wife and say, there's something about her that I'm falling in love with. And I feel like what she displayed on that podcast and other interviews she's probably done is this ambition that she's a go-getter, that she wants more. And she's not gonna just settle for whatever the life is that she has, whether it's lucrative and, you know, obviously they don't look like they want for anything, right? She wants
lucrative.
more.
Stop.
I'm saying,
lucrative.
like,
it's
of course.
definitely lucrative.
Listen, a lot of women would change places with her, right?
Oh,
a lot of women. But I like the fact that she wants more than just that. I admire that. Like, I don't just want to be his wife.
Yeah.
So that's just something in me. I'm like,
And
listen,
he's
I'd
probably
love
like-
to be a trophy wife,
And,
right?
and,
Like,
and he's probably sitting back like, girl, what more
I
do you
don't think
want?
so. That's my point. I don't think so. I think that he would see
Well,
something
well,
like
the
that
only
and
reason why-
admire his wife.
No, I
for,
think he admires her, but what I'm saying is when she says, and I make that point because she says, he doesn't understand me. And I think the part...
Well, most of the husbands don't understand their wife.
I'm speaking from a married woman perspective.
Right.
Right? Hear me out. Because most men who have provided a lifestyle for their wives will think,
what more does she want?
What more do you want? Because if I was to say that to my husband, and you know how, you know my life, he would look at me and say, well, what else? Like, what do you mean? You have an excellent life. Like, what are you talking about?
But you have a career, right, that you've been able to pursue for many years. And what she was saying was that she was still, from what I remember in the interview, she's still looking for something, right? She kind of gave up that piece of her life because you, as a wife, and especially as Steph Curry's wife, you have to sacrifice, right, to get what they have. And now that they've achieved that, maybe it's her time to get out there and do something big.
Well, she is. She has the cooking,
yeah.
the cooking stuff. But also, too, though, I do think that you make some really valid points. But I would also want to remind her, though, as she's sitting on these platforms, is that she still is, regardless, Steph Curry's wife.
But why does that mean she can't say, like...
I don't think that, I'm not saying that she can't say, I'm just saying that she should be mindful on how she says things.
Do you think that when she says it, it hurts his
bottom
image. Line?
Yes.
Think?
Yes, it hurts the bottom line. It makes people want to pry and poke more. It makes people want to dig and see,
Do you think she got home and he was like, now, why would you say that on a podcast?
I'm just saying. It makes people say, well, is his penis small? Is this is this happening? Is that why she wants more? Can he not screw good? I mean, it just gives me, I'm joking. I'm joking. But my point is, I'm joking, but my point is, it makes for people to dig, because now you're making it public, more into their relationship than it doesn't have to be. And because he's such a massive brand, but a clean brand, there is nothing bad you can say about him. He hasn't had a sexual scandal where he's been allegedly cheating on women. He hasn't had a gambling scandal. He hasn't had trade secret scandal. Like, he is such the epitome of what young athletes should be. So that's the only reason why I say that.
I think that her statements make them as a couple more relatable.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that you look at them like the perfect couple and the perfect family, but we know all families, all couples go through ups and downs. And so, you know, if that's a struggle for her, it's something, you know, he's still clean. It's not like
I know, but it's not like, okay, but it's not like their brand is husband and wife brand. Right. Like this whole, you know, black love brand. That's not what they've ever pushed. Like, look at us. We're the Currys. We got a talk show. We have a reality show.
But they could.
But they never did.
Well,
so
maybe
she's
that's
offering.
Her agenda. Maybe they're gonna come up with a podcast.
But what I'm saying is, she's offering a window into their life that they haven't invited. But in my opinion, that he hasn't signed up for or invited people in before, because they've always kind of been private, unlike the Chrissy Teigen and, you know, the miscarriage from the hospital and all of the things that they invite, you know, Michelle Obama, very open. Like he and Barack has talked about their marriage. Steph has really, and until she speaks, when he has to go out there and people ask and he defends, they're not that, look at us, we're the Currys, you should model after us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I think it adds to their value. I think it does. I feel like he does have this clean image. He's got a great story. We watched the documentaries.
And his book is good.
Right?
His book is amazing.
And yeah, like let's add a little bit of more depth to their relationship. Let's talk about what the problems are. Let's talk about what they want.
But is it necessary?
It's not necessary, but if she chooses to do it, then why not? If that's what maybe her growth and her next move.
Right, but I get it. But it still keeps you in the I'm the wife of Steph Curry shadow. Because you're talking about it.
I get it. So it's time for her to...
Right, if you want to build something else.
Right.
Which I think what she's done in the cooking space, and maybe she's looking for something a little bit more cooler and lit.
You know what this conversation is going to make me do? Watch the entire podcast. I'm actually interested now in watching the entire podcast.
Yeah.
Because I was just looking at the clips, and that's the clip that went viral.
But that's always kind of her thing, right? It's like her thing. She's always going viral, and people say, oh, maybe she just wants to be lit, like she wants to be cool, or you know.
I think she's pretty cool.
I think so too. I think they're
yeah, they're a great brand.
Listen,